Falsha, welcome.
Falsha, welcome. And I'm excited to delve a little bit more into Scottish Gaelic. I think it's fun. I hope everybody else is enjoying it as well. And I ordered this book that came from
Nice.
Amazon. And I really like it. I'm going to post some things below in it. It gives some great explanations, how to pronounce cheat sheets, and then how English borrowings from Gaelic. And so I thought I would talk a little bit about that. And also, I got my Touch Knot. I hope you're all getting your Touch Knot magazine for 2024.
Great.
And I know yours is on the way, Ray.
Yes.
You have a wonderful article you wrote in here.
Thank you.
I wanted to highlight and some of the people that are helping you with the Touch Knot. But this is the Touch Knot magazine. Everybody, if you haven't renewed or if you are not a member, join at clanchattanassociation.org.uk and you will be sent one of these beautiful magazines. These come out every year. And a big thanks to Donald McIntosh, who is the editor and has been putting these beautiful things together. I'm in the bar, something fell over. Oh, anyway, Ray, how is everything?
Oh, pretty well, thanks. Yeah, I haven't got the Touch Knot quite in the mail. I guess some people had a little bit of delay in it, but some kind of a glitch at the website, but I think we'll be okay.
Yes, and thank you all for your patience. If you have had anything going on with the website, we will have a new website near the end of the year, and the Touch Knot actually touches on that. Some of the elements that are going into the website, which will be very fascinating, but it's going to be somewhere near the end of the year. So bear with us for now. If you have any trouble at all, please send an email so we can help get that straightened out. And I'll go ahead and put my personal email in the description. I haven't done that as of yet. Or if you email the association through the link on this site, and I'll again put that in the description as well. Let us know if you're having issues renewing or getting your new membership. We'd like to help you out with that.
I haven't got my new one, like you said, but I've been thumbing through a couple of other ones, the 2017 one, for instance, and there's just so much in here. A whole big article about the commander search for McGillivray, that's all in there. There's a big article about Davidson International happenings. Just all the clans is in there. It's really a great magazine.
I do love it. And I save them from year after year. Somebody, and shame be upon you if you're watching this and you have stolen some of from my clan tent.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe
Touch Knot.
People, I know, Touch Knot, my Touch Knot.
Touch Knot, my Touch Knot.
Maybe people think they're free, like you could just take them. They're actually not. I do give to new members the on the trail, but yeah, I like to have them there to show them off, and they're full of wonderful information. This is why you're not going to toss these things. There's something you're going to keep forever. And there's an overview. There's always a message. There's a message from the chairman in the front, and then you have just some basic information. You have the clans, the different presidents, membership secretary, all of us down here who are on the council. And then you have message from the chiefs. You have beautiful articles in here. And I want to show you because every year Ray does a really nice article, puts that together and adds it in as we go. We flip through and get to Ray's article. Oh, pictures.
They always put me way at the back.
Well, they saved the best for last, Ray. What can I do?
Perhaps.
So
perhaps.
here's your article, Ray. There you are.
Thank you so much.
And we should read this and go over it when you get yours, but I'd like to hear from you on it because you did write this. But I also wanted to point out your helpers, your team there.
Yes.
You have a picture. You want to explain who this is with the pipes up there?
Yeah, that's Callum Stalker in the bagpipe picture, both of those, and also shaking hands when he got an award. And down below is brother Samuel Stalker. He plays fiddle and snare drum. Both of them have all the music for my channel, Touch Knot channel. So whenever you hear the drums or the pipes or the fiddle on the Touch Knot, behind or over or around my videos, that's Callum Stalker and Samuel Stalker, his brother.
We should have them on Cats and Coffee sometime.
Indeed.
And I understand they're McPhersons as well.
They're McPhersons.
That's amazing. What wonderful and wonderfully talented young men you have there helping out. And
Yes.
I know you were telling me they also help with some other things as well. So big shout out to them. Thank you.
Yeah, I also want to mention they were just in Scotland to see their grandparents. So they're back now. So there's going to be a big report and videos and other things, quite a bit, I hope. So we're going to have that whole from them adventures over there. They did some filming and other things. So, and a very special surprise that took place that I'm going to hold off even saying what that is, but that's for McPherson month.
How very exciting for them to be able to go to Scotland at
Isn't it?
young ages.
I know it.
And see their grandparents.
That picture of Samuel in the magazine is standing on the side of the River Spey, which I believe is right in the neighborhood of where they live and where their mother grew up.
Make sure you're hopping on the Touch Nut channel at Ray McHatton. Again, we always put the link here. Thanks for all that you do over on that channel, Ray. You're having some great fun putting out. Donald McBain has been phenomenal.
Thank you.
Spoke a little bit with Richard McBain of McBain and did an interview, which we're waiting to be able to upload onto the Clan Chattan YouTube channel.
Okay.
And he touched a little bit on Donald McBain and what a character.
I know it. I don't think I'll find another one like him with that much material.
I know. And I have got the McBain clan crest up because I think this will be our last Cats and Coffee with McBain, and then we're going to launch into Clan McLean.
Correct. Clan McLean for April.
That's up and coming. So that'll be exciting to learn more about the McLeans of Dock Carrick, or otherwise known as the McLeans of the North, who are part of the Clan Chattan Association.
Indeed. Also part of the Wide McLean earlier on.
And I know you've been reading about this in a book that you have, and I'm excited to hear because I don't think I have, other than I know Alan McLean of Dock Carrick, and he is a friend. I don't know that I've actually ever delved into the history of his clan with him before. And so this is going to be fun for me to learn more about the McLeans during the month of April.
So let's review a little bit, can we?
Sure, absolutely.
January, Macintosh month. February, Farquharson month. If you've not been with us, I hope you've been with us, but if you're not, you can review things back on our channels, both our channels. Macintosh month, January, Farquharson month, February, McBain for March, and now we're moving into McLean month for April.
Shall we talk a little bit about some Scottish Gaelic? I know you have really been studying the Gaelic. I just got my book a couple days ago and reviewing some information out there. I'm trailing behind as usual, Ray.
All right. Well, first of all, I'd like to ask you this morning. This is going to be backwards, probably. Kimera Ha'u.
No, it's actually not. It looks backwards to you, but it won't
To
be.
me, Kimera Ha'u. Kimera Ahu.
How are you? Kimera Ahu.
Right. So that's and it's Gaelic, right?
Yes.
Gaelic is technically Irish if you say it that way. So we're trying to talk about Scots Gaelic.
Yes, and actually this book that I got is colloquial Scottish Gaelic.
I see.
So there's a little bit of difference. We talked a little bit about that last time. I'm not an expert in this, so I won't go into that and how it is different. Maybe we'll learn as we learn together.
Right. So I looked up a few words and phrases and things like that. You use the word studying it, but that's a stretch. Becoming a very flower-filled spring outdoors, at least where I am. It's not quite warm yet, but it's going to be a flowery spring. So let's say, now this word for flowers or flowery is close to flower. It's florinac. Florinac.
Florinac.
So you want to think of F-L-U-R. Florinac.
Florinac.
Is flowery. Florinac. And then for spring, the season, because there's other words for spring that's in your car or something. It looks like Iraq.
Iraq.
It starts with EAR, like ear. Florinak Iraq would be flowery spring. And last week we looked at gleva for very good. So gleva was the very good. So if we say gleva, Florinak, Iraq, it's a very nice flowery spring.
Gleva, Florinak, Iraq.
My next line here is beautiful flowers. So we've got Florinak already. That's really flowers or flowery, for it seems the same. Bria. Try that.
Bria.
Beautiful. Bria. It even sounds a little bit, even sounds kind of beautiful. Bria.
Bria. Florinak.
Bria Florinak. Beautiful flowers.
Bria Florinak. Nice.
Now let's try coffee. Well, it's backwards, really. Cats and coffee, we call this. This is kind of coffee with cats. Agaval, Kofe, La Cats.
Agaval, Kofe, La Cats.
Right. This is coffee with cats. Agaval, Kofe, La Cats.
Well, it's interesting, and it does explain in this book the sentence structure, as with most other languages other than English, by the way, is reversed. So the vowel is going to come first with the subject or the noun second. And so all of the ways that we talk in which we speak in English are basically flipped around. I know that's true for Spanish as well.
Indeed.
And it is also true for Gaelic. The usual structure of simple English sentence is subject, verb, then object. For example, I, Cindi, saw you, Ray. Sometimes, of course, an object is not included. He smiled. One major difference between Gaelic and English is that Gaelic sentences reverses the order of the subject and the verb. Normally, the Gaelic order is verb, subject, object. Okay. So now I saw you become saw I you. Again, I'm going to put the cheat sheet. I have another one in here that's actually more extensive pronunciation. I have not, as you can tell, gone through that as of yet.
No, but you're right. So we could essentially say that English is backwards and we think of it as normal, but that's just not the case. We're actually strange.
We're actually not normal.
Correct.
And then I really like this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'll post this on the screen. It's a little more extensive, but I like this page.
Nice.
It's how English borrows from the Gaelic language. And it has a list. For instance, clan. In Gaelic, clan is C-L-A-N-N, as we've been seeing in the manuscripts.
Yes.
English is C-L-A-N. It means children. A harp is a clarsach. Anyway, it goes on and on. A rock is a crag or a craig.
Indeed.
And in Gaelic, it's C-R-E-A-G. So
right, we know there's several famous craigs, right? Craigs. Several famous, probably hundreds of famous craig names in Scotland.
Well, the crags, and there's a lot of circle stones. If any of you have watched Outlander, you'll see. Crag na Dún is the one that's in that show out on Stornoway. And then you have the Ring of Brogdar, which is the largest. It's funny. I've been to Stonehenge and the Ring of Brogdar out in the Orkneys, and the Ring of Brogdar is so massive. It's a massive double circle stone. I'll put a picture, an aerial view on this screen. It's so large that you cannot photograph the entire of it on the ground. You just can't. It's huge. It's massive. And yet the Stonehenge is much smaller. When you drive out to Stonehenge, you're like, why is this? I don't understand why this is so famous.
Right.
And then near the Clan Chattan lands and Moy, where the Macintoshes are from, you have the Clavicairns, and I'll put that on the screen here as well. Now the Clavicairns crags are there's three. with circles around a center mound in all three of those. And those are maybe 2 miles off the Culloden battlefield. So if you go up there, you need to go find these and look at these. These are ancient. They're so old. And but so there's lots of crags or rocks called crags
Yes.
that are famous circle stones. Speaking of Outlander, what is the name of an Englishman? Now, this is funny because this is the sort of pet name that the star has for the other because she's English, but
Yes.
it says Englishman. And that would be Sassenach. There's a lot of similarities in language that you would recognize. Lake is a lot.
Right.
So on and so on. So it's very fun to delve into Gaelic and the Gaelic language.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised at the similar, just little ones like fleur and flower. I catch those, and there's quite a few there. Not too many, but there's some that seem like they have a root that I can use. Luckily,
Some of it is based loosely of the Latin language. You'll find Latin derivatives throughout.
yes,
So that's how
has to be that. Has to be for that reason to have a shared root. Yes.
I hope everyone's enjoyed their week. It's been a busy one for me. I'm just exhausted. You haven't seen a lot come out on the Clan Chattan Association YouTube channel this week. That's because we've done some really big interviews we're trying to cut right now and edit and get approval for. But Ray, I've been enjoying watching your channel. I love the ease of it. I like that, if you want to sit down and watch the conversations on Clan Chattan Association, they're very informative. There's a lot of great information in there, but sometimes ours are half an hour to an hour long. And I don't personally always have that kind of time. I like jumping over on TouchNot and, you maybe have something for 3 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. And it's so easy. And if I'm waiting somewhere, for what I do, my line of work, I'll be waiting for an appointment to show up or something all the time. I have two
Right.
things in the car with me. I watch TouchNot channel and I play my practice tenor.
Oh,
So that's how I keep myself occupied whilst waiting for people to show up. So
yes. Thank you for saying that. We're going in a lot of different directions and a lot of different media types, you might say, and different things that come up that we never thought of before. Hey, why don't we try that kind of thing? So perhaps I can find enough McLean things to break up into small bites and bits and little enjoyable sections like that. I'm glad you enjoy that type of format, Cindy. Thank you for saying that. I hope everyone else likes it too.
yeah, it's the variety is great. And so jump on over there if you haven't already. And it's easier to remember a detail when you're talking about Donald McBain. It's been fun to listen to a little part from the book about his life. I find it easier to remember a smaller portion all at once than if we go over too much and then I can't remember anything. So
I realize I'm not telling his whole story, but little highlights.
well, and this month, we've already posted and talked a lot about upcoming events. We'll post them again here because I always do in the description of our schedule. But we're going to start in April at Highland Games and other activities. You've got your ball. And so you're going to start seeing more footage, not just us talking. Well, you are already been posting footage, right? But I haven't done that much because there hasn't been anything really going on as of yet. So it's going to be fun to go on the trail with us as
Indeed.
we go to some of these events and we're able to share some of the footage of where we're at and what's going on there. So you can come along with us and feel like you're part of it, which is what we want you to do.
Literally follow us to the Highland Games. That's what, I started my channel TouchNot last year with a lot of built up video from a couple of years before and last year from the Highland Games. And during this winter and spring, we've been doing a lot of production and other types of segments, you might say. But Cindy's right. There's going to be more live action on the field events and things for you to watch as well. And we'll continue with what we're doing as well. I don't mean we're stopping everything for the Highland Games, but I'll be busier, so it'll be a little less and more of a blend.
Well, we'll be busier. And then next week, you don't want to miss Cats and Coffee next week, because we are rolling out a fun and exciting new project, right, that we're going to be doing. And it's including all of you. All of you have a little bit of homework to do and send over to us. So stay tuned as we roll this out, the next Cats and Coffee, and get prepared.
Sharp pencil right here. I'm all ready.
Sharpen your pencil, everyone. Okay. It's going to be fun and exciting, and it's something we've never done before. So get ready.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, Ray, bye for now. Always lovely seeing you. Keep up the good work.
All right. Touch not everyone.